Hey everybody, Super Dave here with Infotainment.com. We just installed the Secure Code Keypad Entry on a Super Duty pickup truck. This is a 2025. This will be available for 2023 through 2026 Super Duty trucks. They are all pre-wired for the keypad connector. It's just right behind the door here. It's not too difficult of an install, but it does take a little time. You're going to roll the window up and down a couple times. If you want to check it out, stick around and see how we did it. All right, so the first step for the Secure Code Keypad install for the 23 to 26 Super Duty pickup trucks is going to be pulling this panel off. First, we're going to go ahead and roll down the window because in a little bit, we're going to have to pull this weather stripping down and we need access. It's just held in with retention clips, so just kind of work your way around and it comes right off. So there's several screws on the door panel assembly that are going to be removed. They are all 7mm, so we're just going to go ahead and start with this one right up here below where we pulled that panel out. And then there's going to be two on the bottom of the door, one behind a reflector, and then two behind this little panel. So we're going to show you how we get to those now. So for the two screws behind this little panel, it's a little too thin to get a pry tool in there, so you're probably going to want to use a pick like this one. But we're just going to go up onto one of the corners here and just kind of pull outwards. And then go to the other side and do the same. The bottom of this panel has little hooks that kind of go down like that, so you do want to have it come down towards you. There we go. These two 7mm screws that have washers on them are going to be coming out next. And these are the only two screws that look like this that you'll be pulling out. So for visual reference, for putting them back, this is what they look like. All right, so the next one is going to be behind this red reflector. Same deal with the panel we just removed. There's not enough clearance for a dash removal tool, so we're just going to use the pick again. This also has a little hook on the bottom, so you're going to want to kind of pull it from the top. And then the 7mm screw, which you can see is kind of at an angle. The bottom two ones are also going to be kind of at an angle. For the bottom two, the first one here, it's at a slight angle. All three of these screws, even the one behind the reflector, look like this. It's got a little bit of a washer on it. So to get this whole door panel off, we're going to actually pull from the bottom on both sides. That should give us some ability to lift it up off of the door. And now we just have to disconnect all the connectors that are between the door and the door panel. Pull that one out. There we go, all of the connectors are pulled off, so we can set this aside, and we're going to pull the window switch assembly off so we can roll up and down the window a few more times if we need to. All right, so next we're going to take out the window switch assembly. If you have the door panel laying down, you start by pushing in these two clips. Kind of hear a couple snaps, but you don't want to go too far because it starts to bend. So we're going to actually take this panel and flip it over now, and then we're going to work our way down across with our pry tool here, just little by little, because the plastic is very thin over here. And there we go, we've got it out, so we can roll up the window and roll it down. A lot easier than pulling the whole door panel every time we have to do that. This is the only Torx screw on the whole door assembly, so it's a T20. Just going to remove it. This is going to give us access to the outer weather stripping on the other side. Next, we're going to pull the weather stripping from the inside, so just kind of get in there with your fingers and just kind of tug it. Because we're wanting to access the screws that are behind it that are holding the applique on, so we just got to get it out of the way, and it slides out like that, and we can kind of just set it aside. Don't necessarily need to just remove it entirely just yet, but when we go to roll the window up, we will want to kind of fit it back into place. So for now, we're just going to let it hang. Okay, so there are 4 7mm bolts going up along the side here. We're gonna need to remove those. If you don't have a magnetic tip for your sockets, then it's highly recommended to have one. If you don't, you can always pack something down in here so that way you don't drop a screw into the door assembly, because it'll be really tough to get that back out. And we're gonna start with the first one. And the third, and then the last one. Okay, so for removing the applique, we're actually going to start towards the top here and kind of peel it back this way. And it should just slide right off like that. Okay, so next we're going to put some of the weather stripping back in place because we have to roll up the window to access the connector behind the window. And that's when we're going to reconnect the door switch for the windows. And we're going to roll the window up. And we have to turn on the truck momentarily to do that. Just do it little by little. And it looks like we have good clearance now, so we'll stop there. Okay, so we're going to take this weather cover off. It's just got this adhesive that goes around. You just kind of peel it back because the connector we want to access is behind here. And you don't have to take it completely off. This is the connector we're going to access. All right, so we test taped, you can use any tape really, a cable tie to the end of the connector here. So that way we feed it down, we have a way to kind of fish it through. So we're going to go in from the top here and try to stay in front of the window and kind of stop about here, and we're going to fish it from the other side. All right, so we're going to reach in behind here and you should be able to find your cable tie or the connector. All right, now we've got it up with the connector here. So we're going to untape that and take the zip tie off. All right, so we're going to go ahead and plug in the connector, but there is a little push clip that we're going to go ahead and put in this little hole back here. That way it keeps it out of the runway of the window. So before the connector plugs in, ours actually had a dummy case on it. So we just kind of pop this off, use a pair of needle nose to pinch the inside, and just feed it forward, pull the clip. That slides out. Let's go ahead and plug in our harness connector. We're just going to snap that back into place, and we've got the keypad plugged in now. All right, so when we're reinstalling the applique, you may run into some issues with this weather stripping here. So we're going to go ahead and remove that, but first we do have to remove the mirror because it's sitting right on top of it where it tucks in. So you're going to use a 10mm. I'm using an impact driver because some of these bolts are pretty tight. So we're going to just start with the first one. And these are 2 nuts. Unplug these 2 harnesses, and then there's 2 more on the back. And then we're going to carefully take the mirror off. Ooh, there we go. Okay, so we're going to take this weather stripping off from the outside. We're going to start from the left and work our way to the right. There are some metal clips in here that make it kind of tough to pop out. Oh, there we go. Kind of work our way down. There we go. And then now we're off. All right, now to attach the applique. So we're going to go up here and feed the switch assembly through the middle. And then we're going to go in kind of like a scoop motion this way. So we're going to lay it on the back. It's in, but once we have the screws, then it'll be sturdy. So we can move on to the next step. So we're going to put this weather stripping back on. follow the track line of the truck here. All right, and that back screw will hold this down once it's put in place. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and reattach that T20 screw here. And we move to the next step now. Now we're going to go ahead and put in the bolts for the applique. Now these are the bolts that do not have a free washer, unlike the other 7mm. So we'll be using these. All right, so pushing the applique in, we can get some better clearance here. There's the first screw. And the final screw, which is up at the top here. All right, now that's in. Okay, now to fully seat the weather stripping. So we're gonna have to pull it down just a little bit because we need to get this part in first. It was down inside, behind the window. All right, and it's in place now. Should be good. Now let's check on the other side. Make sure that gets fully seated. And we're good. All right, now we put the mirror back on. There we go. Now we're going to reattach the nuts and the bolts on the other side. All right, now we're gonna take the weather cover and just line it back up the way it came off. You should see some residue from the original adhesive. Just kind of follow that track. And then we're gonna remove the door switch assembly. We're gonna reattach that to the door panel and then reconnect everything. All right, so we're just gonna put the switch assembly back in. Just line it up with the clips. Just start from the front and just snap it all back into place. And then we're ready to put this back on the door. Right, now everything's connected. There we go. Now to attach the screws. All right, so the two bottom screws, they're at an angle, so these are the ones that have the free washers on them. We're gonna put in this screw and then reattach the reflector. So we're gonna go in from the bottom with a little clip. There you go. And next are the two 7mm bolts that have the large washer on them, and they're actually longer than the rest that have been used. All right, and then with the clip side down, just kind of fit it in place and just snap it in. And for the final screw, just gonna get it right in there. All right, and now that that's all done, we can run our OBD Genie programmer. All right, so now we just need to turn on the vehicle into the accessory position, allow the cluster to boot up. All right, and now we can go ahead and put in the OBD Genie programmer. And we're gonna watch it blink from blue, and when it goes green, it'll be complete. Okay, to find out your Secure Code Keypad's code, you can do the 2-key method, which requires both of your key fobs. Essentially, you're going to lift up this little rubber liner, and there's a groove shaped just like a key fob. You're going to take the first one, face up, buttons up, same orientation as that groove. Put it in there, and then you're going to hit the start. Give it about 4 seconds. Then we're going to turn the vehicle off. Swap the fobs, and then power back on again. Our code is 91739. To access the menu where the SecuriCode code is located, you're going to go to your settings, you're going to go to vehicle, and then you're going to scroll until you see door keypad code. This is where you'd enter your factory code that you got from your cluster a little bit ago if you wanted to change it. Ours was 91739, so 91739. You hit enter, and you can erase the code or add a code. Let's do add. So we're going to create the new code. Let's just say for ease 13579. 13579. Enter. And at this point, when we go to test the keypad, we will just do 13579, and it should unlock the door. So to lock the doors, we're just going to hit the 2 bottom buttons at the same time. We'll see the little lock here change. And now that it's locked, we're going to enter our code that we just changed, 13579, and it should unlock the door.
Guys, I hope you enjoyed that upgrade just as much as we enjoyed developing it. We were here established in 2008, and we've been helping over 100,000 customers do upgrades to their vehicle. So we carry this upgrade and so much more on our website, Infotainment.com. We service what we sell. We have a whole staff that services parts all day long. We also have in-house advisors that can advise you and help you from start to finish. We also have a compatibility guarantee. As I mentioned in the video, we will get your 17-digit VIN number to ensure that everything is programmed to the modules for a seamless installation in your exact vehicle. We also have extended warranties for those of you who would like to take advantage of that. Those of you who pulled out your old gear and you don't want it just to sit in your garage forever, we actually offer trade-in value to your old gear. So be sure to go to our website for more information on that. Last but not least, if you have a request for your vehicle, you want a factory OEM upgrade for your vehicle and you don't see it on our website, we have a product request form that our research and development department looks at every single day. So request that product and we'll get back with you with a possible solution. Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and have a great day.